This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening.
This is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
We'll go to NXT. I'll go to the CWC.
Hell yeah.
We'll be at 205 Live.
I can truly say that I have the whole damn world in my hand.
Goodbye and good night.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on thebrokeninfinite.com, Podomatic.com, iTunes, and wherever else you may find this fine audio recording. Talking about professional wrestling, both in the mainstream and the independent scene, live on RVT Entertainment's official YouTube channel. See, you thought I forgot about to say that little thing as I screwed up the thing. Live, everybody. Gotta hate it when you stutter when you're trying to sound good. My name's Matty Jay, that's TWK.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm TWK of TWK Reviews. I'm here to entertain you, and Jesus Christ, what a week we've been having.
You know, I thought, okay, this is gonna be a low-key week. You know, it'll be one pay-per-view, we'll have some news, it's the usual thing. Is it Great Balls of Fire or Great Balls of Bad Blood?
Yes.
And no, it's not Matty O'Clock, motherfuckers. It's Stutter. Oh, it's Porky Pig O'Clock because I have the screwed up on the talking. Besides, I did the whole thing right. I just instead of just moving right along, I decided to to do the thing that I usually do, and it bit my ass off. It bit me in the ass. Anyway, but yeah, holy shit! Well, yeah, holy shit again. Maybe not as epic as last weekend, but because all of the hours of wrestling last week, but still epic enough. We got Great Balls of Fire. We got a review of that coming up. We got your news and type stuff and things, and of course we'll talk about the first night of the G1 Climax because we may as well bring it up. And of course your winners and losers and your emails and comments. Shall we get to it? I think we should get to it.
Two great balls of fire!
And he's excited. I think I'm excited too. Just a little tired, plus a headache. Never helps. But I am. Let's get to it. And clip of the week this week, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube did a behind-the-scenes thing along with Samoa Joe, and this is the last few seconds where he describes, at least in his own words, what happens in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Samoa Joe. Take a listen. Oh, no, wrong one. There we go. Hit the other one. There we go.
He knows. He knows! Lesnar, I victimized you. You know. The lights were out. You know the truth. You did not beat me. No. You escaped.
If you want blood, you got it. It's the best I could find for AC/DC. Don't blame me, but yeah, if you want blood, you got it. Holy crap. We'll get to the amount of people who actually bled out in this particular pay-per-view, but Great Balls of Fire.
Do you bleed? You will.
The American Airlines Arena in Dallas, Texas. It was July 9th, 2017. The theme song was Great Balls of Fire. For those wondering, hey, weren't you supposed to play that again? Shh! Kayfabe! Just saying. And of course, the main event was Lesnar or Joe. We'll get to that. Yeah, but before we get to the review, I did screw up. And people go, is it time now? Is it fine, bellyachers? You know what time it is? It's Matty O'Clock, mother! Get in there! Get the fuck in there! Woo-hoo-hoo! Anyway. Anyway. So, the pre-show was Neville going over Akira Tozawa. And actually, pretty decent pre-show match for the Cruiserweight title.
This definitely deserved to be better than pre-show.
This was pay-per-view quality, let's be honest.
It was.
Yeah.
And it really disappoints me that this seems to be the future of the division, just pre-show stuffs. And I don't like any title matches on pre-shows, if I'm honest.
Yeah. No titles deserve to be on the free stuff, quote unquote, even if it's on the network, quote unquote. But it's a bummer. And to be honest, if Austin Aries did indeed quit instead of getting fired, you got out at the right time.
There seemed to be some conflicting reports. Some people say he was fired. Some people say he quit. Either way, he doesn't seem unhappy.
He's happy to get out of there when the going was good. He got his WrestleMania a bit, even though it was pre-show. Ugh. But he got out.
With Austin Aries is like he does have a pretty big ego about himself, mainly because literally everywhere he's gone, he's risen to the main events. And he just felt like there was this glass ceiling in WWE because of the Cruiserweight division, and he didn't want to be pigeonholed into that division, so he left.
Because he was being pigeonholed in that division, let's be honest. For guys like Neville, it's the saving grace, but for guys like Austin Aries, I can't say I blame him, unfortunately. But
please do not put Leo Rush in that division.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, they're going to do that, aren't they?
Keep him in NXT!
Like, forever and a day if you can. Anyway. But yeah, the match itself, like, we're being distracted from the match. It was 11:40. It was a good match, and they're definitely doing a rematch, which the thumbs are up for that, at least.
Yeah, good. That should be a good SummerSlam match. I wouldn't mind if that opened the pay-per-view proper.
That would be cool. They got 4 fucking hours to fill. Fuck your pre-show. Put Goldust and R-Truth in there.
From what I've heard, they've been having some pretty good vignettes, but the match on this week's Raw was pretty disappointing.
Yeah. Hence the reasons. Like, yeah, put that on the pre-show. There's enough build-up that you need payoff, but yeah, that's not their best work. Did they not
give the match time or something?
They got 3 hours. You tell me.
No, did they not give the match time on this week's Raw?
The fact that I barely remember they had a match in the first place should tell you.
Yeah, give Goldust and R-Truth at least a good 10 minutes.
Yeah. They're pros. They're veterans. They know. Anyway. So the show starts. It's Great Balls of Fire, and there's no pyro. The fuck? Fucking cheapskates. You know,
yeah.
Great.
Apparently, they seem to be
Jerry Lee Lewis with pyro in the back, in the foreground. Come on.
Apparently, they're now saving pyro for only their big shows to save money.
Where's Shaky? Because that is indeed the living definition of well,
fucking bullshit.
But
yeah. Honestly, it doesn't make a difference to me because I have never cared about pyrotechnics really.
Hmm.
The only time it would be noticeable for me is if it was during someone's entrance. Like, it's noticeable to me, like, during AJ Styles' entrance, like, where's his pyro? He's always had pyro. So that's the only time really, like, starts to get a thing to my head is when it's the part of someone's regular entrance, then it's not there anymore. Like, if Kane were to make his entrance without pyro, that would really be weird.
That would be weird as fuck.
I can't remember. Like, the only time I've ever seen Kane's entrance without pyro was during a house show back in 2005.
Because how do you pull off a house show pyro? It's like it's too expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
by the way, house shows in 2005 look way different than they do now. Because back in those days, it was literally just a curtain, a ring, and a barricade. That was it.
Yeah.
It looked like an indie show.
And you had now you have a small little stage with a screen and a bigger Tron screen. Not as big as the actual TV stuff, but enough to replicate the look of it, so to speak. Which, hey, why not? Why not, you know? Why not?
Anyways, as you were saying, the first match is
Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins. It was a singles match. It was 12-10, and guess what? They gave Bray Wyatt a pay-per-view win. Okay.
This match wasn't too bad. It was all right.
Yeah, the ending was slightly dirty with the eye poke, and they did the match again on Monday because fuck you, pay-per-view buyers. But they worked in that eye injury thing, so that's you know, they did a thing. They did a thing. Next match, next match was Big Cass. He defeated Enzo Amore at 5:25, and matches. Well, yeah, it was a murder. That was a squash.
I feel so bad for Enzo.
I get that Enzo's not the Bret Hart style worker and whatever, but guy cut a promo of his life on Sunday.
Apparently, the one on Monday wasn't too shabby either.
Either or, both were great too. Both were great, but the one from old Blue Eyes on
murdered, unfortunately,
because Vince McMahon likes big sweaty man.
It's just,
and they're doing Big Cass, and they're doing Big Cass versus Big Show. So you think I'm kidding with that King Ross joke? I'm not.
Because that's a feud everyone wants to see. Who wants to see Enzo Amore, who can be super entertaining on the mic and always have good wordplay and puns and all that? Who needs all that when you have big ass?
Hey, when you have big ass eating balls of fire. Yeah, we saw those fucking pictures. It's hard to miss.
And Hairball says they complain about tie divisions lacking, yet what do? They break up one of their most over teams. Yeah, they just keep breaking up their tag teams in WWE. It's starting to get a bit much.
Because Vince McMahon is a goddamn idiot.
Like, if the Hardys don't defeat Cesaro and Sheamus, who's going to challenge them next? Who do they have? Nobody. There are no other face teams because they keep breaking them all up.
Idiots. If nothing else, all right, we'll get to that. Actually, speaking of the Hardys and Cesaro and Sheamus, 30-minute Iron Man match. It went 30 minutes as per usual. Cesaro, they retain with a final score of 4-2-3. Actually, the wiki had the times and the how the falls were achieved. They're all but one were by pinfall. The one exception was a count out. It started with Sheamus with a bro kick right to the face. And then it was another one at 9:48 using a white noise and a beautiful white noise into a diving net breaker. That was beauty. Hardy's got us Jeff Hardy got one with a twist of fate, and it was a count out because, you know, Cesaro and Sheamus are tough boys. Jeff got a Cesaro with a cradle that made it 3-2. Hardy's again. They tied it up with a pinfall after Twisted Fate off the top rope. God damn, that was a nice spot. And the final one was a Twist of Fate, but Cesaro reversed it at 29-32, and
No, what happened was the Twist of Fate was hit. I believe there was a Swanton hit on, or a Twist of Fate hit on Sheamus, but Sheamus wasn't the legal man.
Yeah.
And Cesaro was just waiting outside until one of the Hardys was distracted, so he came in at the last second to get a
bitching about it. I thought it was smart too.
And
They
I
had to
think
pit him
this
when he's still
was-
hurting. He's
I think
recovering
this
from a
was
big
easily
move.
I think this was easily the best match of the night.
Match of the night for sure. But then again, they didn't have to do work. They'd have to work hard to fuck up. These guys have good chemistry, so that helps.
Good chemistry, good skills all around. They work really well together. I can't have asked for much better than this.
Me neither. Next up, it was the Raw Women's Championship. Sasha Banks defeated Alexa Bliss by count out. It was 11:40. Good match, I thought, though.
It was all right, although the ending really left a bad taste in my mouth because I don't really like countouts on pay-per-views.
Nah, this was purely a, hey, let's build the heel heat a little more, which, good idea, bad time to do it, but it was still a good match, just not as good as we thought it was going to get.
Yeah, and it just really made me start to notice the trend that there was no baby faces getting good victories on this pay-per-view at all.
And yet, this is one of their WB's better offerings this year. You notice that?
As far as Raw goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just really, because of that, no titles change hands, and stories aren't really developed all that much, so it just makes this pay-per-view come off as a bit fillery.
Which is sad, because it was still good. Next up, The Miz. He defeated Dean Ambrose for the IC title 11:20. The Miz Taraj was used, which was expected.
They should have ended the feud, but according to Monday Night Webford on Raw, it's still going.
They're still, yeah.
It's been, why? Why?
I'm shrugging. Wow, you went far for that one.
Why?
You okay over there, buddy? Damn. Oh, what? Is he back? I think you're out of range, buddy.
Why?
There we go. He's back. Because fuck you. That's why. That's the creative reason for it, I guess. Next up, the ambulance match between Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. Braun won. And Roman Reigns tried to murder a man.
This overall was, I think, the second best match of the night.
Yeah. This is always, these kind of matches are always slow. It's always, get to the ambulance for the finishing spot. Which, to be fair, clever.
I think it was interesting that Braun won because Roman stupided himself to losing.
Yeah. Yeah, Roman forgot the brain for about 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, Braun was like, oh, how about I just step out of the way? And, oh, look, you lost. And then Roman, being the good guy he is after losing clean because of his own mistake, tried to murder Braun Strowman because of course he did.
And yet, they're still trying to push him as a babyface. Do you see why people are turning their TVs off?
Consistency! What is this?
Let Vince, Kev, Paul, he's a motherfucking heel. Stop it. He's a heel. Just
He He definitely has the arrogance of one by his
He's got
promos.
the arrogance, and he tried to murder a dude who legitimately defeated him. H-E-E-L. Heel. Heel. Heel.
By the way, one good thing to note come from this was backstage during that segment when they were getting Braun out of the truck, I saw Gino.
Really?
Yeah, he was in that backstage segment. Go back and look for the well-dressed Mexican guy. That's Gino.
Really?
Former ROW heavyweight champion and the current reigning, defending VCW Commonwealth Heritage champion.
Well, I believe I still have the pay-per-view on my phone real quick. And I do. Let me see that. Let me see that.
You only see him for like a few seconds at a time.
Yeah, because they're focusing on the ambulance.
And
in a well-dressed suit, is he in a purple shirt?
I believe he is.
Oh no, I see it. Yeah, he's on the phone.
He may have been. All I remember is just seeing him and then just marking out.
Yeah, there's a few people on the phone. There's a couple of people, and there's a fucked up ambulance.
Somebody on Twitter by the name of Nick Garrett at Fearless Riot. He noticed a female wrestler back during that segment. I can't remember who.
Nah. But yeah. Also, gratuitous Jamie Noble.
Of course.
But
that's what it was. Super Centio pointed out. Jordan Grace. Thank you.
Aha. Very nice. Anyway, murder happened, and then they tried to do something, and it was Kurt Hawkins and Heath Slater trying to do something, but all we saw was them locking up and then cut right back to the ambulance. Ding ding.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, Heath Slater.
Which
Nothing, Ryan.
Nothing. Though, if we're to trust what they said, it was a 450 splash, which.
No, according to I can't remember which one said, but I can't remember if it was Karagas or Heath Slater. One of them said that Heath Slater won with a Canadian destroyer.
Yeah, Canadian destroyer off the top rope. Yeah, and it was.
I've seen that spot before in Chikara. I was there. It's called an Egyptian destroyer.
Ooh,
I was there with my friends, and my best friend just had this look on his face like, "You just killed him."
Wrestling! And by the way, that was Kurt Hawkins who tweeted that. I remember that tweet.
Nice.
Anyway, that was 210 of nothing.
That's why Kurt was one of my boys.
Yeah, and a lot of people are calling this double turn. I don't know if it works for Roman. It definitely worked for Braun because he steps out, no medical aid, leave me alone, and he's bleeding. He's smearing blood all over the white trucks. And there's that one shot of him with a bloodshot eye or, busted eye or whatever it is. He's got the look of, you know what I mean? I can't.
I'm still not finished with you yet.
He got that look of, oh, fuck y'all. I'm coming for him now, bitch.
I don't know why I made Braun sound a little British there. I'm sorry.
Well, hey, you know what? That ambulance accident might have turned him British. You never know. You never know. You don't know.
Bloody hell, Roman! I'm not finished with you yet, sonny boy.
Hey, for what we know, that actually might have turned him into Mickey Mouse. I'm not finished with you. Ha ha.
That's an interesting image. Okay, then. Moving on to the main event.
Yeah, let's get to the awesome. It was 6 minutes 25 officially, but add about another couple of minutes of ass whipping by Samoa Joe. But Samoa Joe, he challenged Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship of the World, and Brock won. It was 1F5, but considering everything, but what I expected.
I would have liked at least 5 more minutes of this match.
That would have been nice.
The one at 5 kind of felt anticlimactic after everything we saw this tonight. It was kind of like, oh, that's it? Really? Nothing else? Okay, I guess.
But for what we got, it was awesome, though. Like, I'll say this. We got off took riffs and we watched the ambulance match and the main event. And I was on Sky with Easy and Jody. And I literally, the whole night, I was like, the whole time, I was like, I'm marking out. I shouldn't be marking out, but I'm marking the fuck out over this match.
Yeah, what we saw was good. I just wanted more.
Yeah.
I hope we get more.
In the form of a fatal four-way, but which we'll take.
Although I have to wonder how Roman Reigns becomes the #1 contender for anything after losing 3 pay-per-views in a row. He lost to Braun Strowman. He lost the Fatal 5-Way. He lost to Strowman again.
Vince McMahon likes big, sweaty Roman.
Like, I know wins and losses aren't supposed to mean anything, but when you see somebody lose and lose and lose, how does that person become a contender for anything? Like, it sort of just creates this disconnect. At least Jinder Mahal was like a part of this.
He won a Battle Royal, won a couple of matches,
SmackDown.
and then won the WWE Championship. You know, notice that? Even that one lucky streak, he still won matches.
It just creates this disconnect.
You know what's sad, T-Dub?
What?
Jinder Mahal is better booked than Roman Reigns.
At this moment, yes, because Roman's been on. I don't think Roman's lost a match since he's been named the #1 contender.
No, he's not. Or if he has lost, it was an insignificant loss.
By the way, speaking of wins and losses, I can't remember which account, but one was actually showing everyone's career wins and losses for WWE. And Bray Wyatt has like over 400 losses.
Ooh.
Like, ooh, I can't remember which account it was. I have to try to find it again.
Yeah. Meanwhile, though, let's get to it. Let's rate this son of a bitch.
Let's see. For this show, I will give it. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. But here it is. Here's Bray Wyatt's win-loss record: 10 draws, 424 losses.
Yep.
Guess how many wins?
It's definitely under the loss record. I'm definitely sure. I'm gonna go 200.
182.
A little off by about 20. Damn. That's
Do you
career
want
wins
Undertaker's?
loss record.
Here's Undertaker's: 65 draws, 184 losses, 543 wins.
That includes all the matches, TV, and otherwise, right?
I think that's just televised matches.
All right, that makes sense.
Dean Ambrose,
Yeah.
32 draws, 339 losses, and 556 wins.
A little more even.
Dean Ambrose definitely has more wins than losses
Yeah.
by over 200.
Yeah. Seth
For
Rollins.
Neville?
No, wait. Adrian Neville? Okay.
Neville is 4 draws, 80 losses, 310 wins.
Damn.
He definitely has an amazing win-loss record.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, not so much.
I would assume he's got more losses than wins.
18 draws, 482 losses, 273 wins.
Whoa.
So better than Bray Wyatt's.
Damn.
But still.
You would think for a guy like Seth Rollins, he'd have at least 300 wins under his belt.
You know what's shocking is how little matches Hulk Hogan wrestled in WWE.
What's his win-loss record?
6 draws, 30 losses, 141 wins.
Whoa, that's his entire career.
Just WWE,
Wow.
not WCW.
That's still shockingly low, especially for a guy like Hogan in that era. I mean, that obviously doesn't include house shows, but that we had less pay-per-views back then. I'm assuming. Anyway, for me, what did you give it? I'm sorry, it was a 2.5 out of 5.
3.
3 out of 5. That's where I'm at as well. It's still a good pay-per-view, not enough to put it
It just
over.
feels like there is Oh, I did a vlog about this earlier this week, but it just feels like there aren't enough like faces winning. Like if you look at all the championships currently in WWE, a vast majority are held by heels, like an extreme majority.
The balance is off.
Yeah, like I don't like. I know you don't always have to keep it a perfect balance, but to me, at least a couple per brands. Like for NXT, you just need one face champion. For SmackDown, one or two, and then for Raw, at least two, because you have so many belts on Raw.
Then you wonder why we watch New Japan a lot more nowadays. At least their balance is okay.
That, and even the heels get a huge pop from the crowd. Like New Japan is a completely different world.
And better.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's
you gave this show a 3 as well.
That's what I'm doing it as well. 3 out of 5. I want to give it more because I'll say this: watch it for the Iron Man main event for what it is. It lives up to the billing of Dream Match. If you handicap it by age. If it was like 6 years ago, this would have been very disappointing. But
I'll
no.
also watch the ambulance match just for the pure insanity.
Yeah. Yeah, that goes without saying, of course. We only have 2 emails, so we're just going to get right to it. It's time, ladies and gents, for the emails and comments of the week. You can send them at the Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com. Couple of plugs, couple of things to take care of before we get anything else. Uno, obviously I'm going to Japan World Heroes August 26th to the 27th. And of course, I'll be only there for the Saturday along with my buddy Easy. They got a cosplay contest headed up by a couple of good friends of ours. So check that out, of course. Of course, we'll be there at Rangers Top 5, November 3rd to the 5th in Orlando, Florida. Of course, Japan World Heroes at the Pasadena Convention Center, Pasadena, California. In
Sentai Hero, Super Sentai Hero. We'll be talking about the Mae Classic in the 3rd segment.
Oh yeah, Mae Young Classic, we'll get to that, don't worry.
Although, I have to ask, did that air on the network?
No, it's not right now. From what I've been told, it's what we saw on YouTube. The 50 minutes was the same thing they did with the Cruiserweight Classic. Just introduce the competitors and have Jim Ross and Lita being heavily scripted. Thank you. You know, people going, "Oh, Jim Ross is better off the cuff." Yeah, no.
After
last weekend, that's a flat no.
I don't know how Brian Zane didn't notice all the flubs.
Willful ignorance of bad commentary thanks to years of shit Michael Cole.
I think I might have enjoyed Cole in commentary more than Ross. Because Cole off the cuff, when he did Beast in the East, was pretty damn good.
And UK title tournament as well, because he was with Nigel, and they had a decent outing as well.
So yeah, I hate to say this, but I think I would have enjoyed Cole more than Jim Ross.
And by the way, Hairball, no, it actually airs, I think the first 4 episodes air just after SummerSlam.
Really? You have to wait that long?
Yeah, I know.
Like, they're being taped right now.
Yeah. Or they were taped yesterday.
I thought they were doing taping today as well.
I think they were being tomorrow, yesterday and today, I think, yeah.
Then just put them up this week and then next week and then the week after that. Why?
Part of me is thinking Jim Ross wild lines. I think they just want to get a ton of stuff in the can and just, build up the month, because the month until the finals. I don't know. At this point, it's one of those things. It's their shit at this point.
But I want to watch it now.
I know. Me too. Me too.
But then again, I'll probably be distracted with the G1 tournament.
I think that's part of the reason why they're holding off on that. Just that has a lot of wrestling to go through in August. I don't know.
Anyways, what's the second plug?
Yeah. And of course, we're doing the best and worst of 2017 so far. The taping date, August 12th, 2017. I would have done it this next week or this week, but we're kind of in the middle of a thing where we have to do a preview, then we have to do a preview, and then T-Dub's gone. And I would do it first week of August, which will be August 4th, which technically we will have a show, because I'm heading off for a family reunion that weekend. So, we'll still probably have a show. But just the amount of time to put together and everything else, better to wait till next week, which is actually August 11th. I fucked up. Where's my pen? I need to write it down better. Okay, so August 11th, 2017, we'll be doing that. So about a month from now.
There's plenty of time to get our ducks in order.
Oh, yeah. And, by the way, next week, T-Dub's on vacation, so, I'll need a co-host. I'll leave you to it.
We'll let you guys fight in a mini deathmatch tournament. Winner gets to co-host.
Or, I'll probably get Shin Tiger Curl or Madness or something. That's what I usually do. I haven't gotten easy. Well, he'd probably be working. Dang. Anyway. On to the emails. We'll begin with LPH. Oh boy. Heat City on this one. Guys, I'm going to make this short and sweet. Fuck Alberto Del Rio. You can call WB Pussy all you want, but if this makes you a man hitting a woman, Alberto, you're the biggest pussy. You Mexican. Hello. You Mexican. See you next Tuesday. Call him a cunt. That's what he did.
I got it.
And yet, Great Balls of Fire, good show, and it sucks that I don't have the network, so no Mae Young Classic for me. My winner, Samoa Joe, the Hardys, and SmackDown Live. Losers, TNA, I'm not calling it GFW. And that Mexican cunt. Talking Smack getting canceled, and Jeff Jarrett, you know why. So that's it. Have a nice weekend, guys. All right. And last up, told you, only 2 emails. Last up, our good buddy, T-Dub.
I have respect for the situation. I'm not going to do it this week until verdict is in from police or court.
Fair enough. Next up is our good buddy, French. It's been a while, so I had to roll it. French Otaku. I'm rusty on doing that.
It's been a couple of years.
It's been a couple of years. Hello, Wrestle-Cast. The best advantage to watching wrestling highlights, catching up on an episode without the boring stuff. And you know what? I missed nothing much about this week. But anyway, let's tackle on this week's wrestling. WWE Bad Blood. I said it. This was the bloodiest pay-per-view this year in WWE. Matt, Alexa, Ambrose, and especially Strowman shed some of the red juice. About the pay-per-view in general, it was alright. Despite having the worst name in existence, seriously, Vince. It has some cool stuff like the Tag Team Iron Man match. Love the ambulance match with that smart ending and the double turn. I like the main event match between Joe and Lesnar. It was a beatdown and Joe got most of the advantage during the battle. It's just sad that he didn't win the belt. All in all, shit. But some good shit name, but good pay-per-view. Rank 3 out of 5.
Oh,
Raw.
right there with us.
Oh, yeah, he's with us on this one. Raw, so they're teasing a Shield reunion. I've got a bad feeling about this, but I'll allow it. Also, Matt's getting closer and closer to bring his broken side, especially after he received the Shattered Machine from the Revival, #FDR. You gotta do it for the kids, SmackDown, AJ Styles was new United States champion during a house show. Congratulations to him. And I can imagine a 3-way for SummerSlam between him, Owens, and Cena. U.S. title? I could see that, actually, yeah.
That could be one hell of a match.
That'd be good. So that'd be some good booking. Lucha Underground, well, Phoenix is now having hepatitis B after Marty Martinez stabbed him with his fork a la Abdullah the Butcher. Sick as hell. Getting excited for the rest of the Cueto Cup, though. Winners, the announcement for the 32 participants in the Mae Young Classic. It includes Serena Deeb, Kairi Hojo, who is Kairi Sane, by the way, Tessa Blanchard, Kay Lee Ray, their current WCPW Women's Champion, Viper Marty Bell from TNA, welcome back, Mia Yim, Kimberly, and Candice LeRae. Also, my apologies to you, Matty. There's no wrestlers representing Canada. I'll get to that.
Wait,
Thank
really?
you. Yeah.
All that Canadian talent.
Yeah. Wow. Nowhere near the WWE. I will get to that.
I swear, if this was like 3 or 4 years ago, you definitely would have seen some Canadian women.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that they may have gone Ty Valkyrie if she wasn't tied up with Lucha Underground.
You know what? Yeah. Where's Sarah Stock, too? The Dark Angel, Sarah. She's one of the trainers. She's Canadian, you idiots! We'll get to that. That's the third segment. But AJ Styles, new U.S. champion, big up to you. Bobby Fish and soon Kyle O'Reilly on NXT. This week, Bobby lost to Tommy End. But still, Red Dragon for the NXT tag titles, take my money.
Yes, do that. Do exactly that. If you do not have Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish as a tag team, you have absolutely failed at everything in life.
Let's put it this way. Okay, Candice LeRae is Canadian. Nicole Matthews was an alternate. Hey, by the way, okay, fair enough. Why don't we see Canadian flags, asshole? That's what I'm saying, and not you. Talking about WWE here. We'll get to that. Besides, I would remember Candice LeRae. Hold on, I need the list now. Fucking hey, god damn it. Anyway, that ambulance match from Great Balls of Fire. Well, you know, it got my praises, both of you. Don't get used to it. Losers, the backstage sheet involving Enzo and Cass. Enzo got the Miz treatment while Cassidy is a Trump supporter. Not a good sign.
I hope that rumor is not true.
I hope so too. There you go. Let me get that loaded on the app here. Not a good sign for the realest G's in the room. Anyone who will spoil the first round spoilers, first rounds of the Mae Young Classic, whoever does this, you'll be super daved, like we do with Kevin Dunn, aka Bruce Lee Kick of Doom. The idea of a Bailey heel turn during the Steve Austin podcast. No, don't you dare, WWE. The drama between Alberto El Patron and Page, resulting in Bertie getting suspended by the GFW. And the real reason, according to the Anti-Diva, it's because she was angry, threw beer at him, and was on a massive breakdown due to the disastrous health of his uncle. Again, it's just her side of the story, so don't take it seriously. Anyway, that's it for this week. Also, go buy Fire Pro Wrestling World. Saw the videos. Too many pants to change.
Yes, that is currently out and available to purchase now for early access. There's still some bugs and some problems with it. However, they are being addressed on a regular basis. And just earlier today, one of the top members of the Fire Pro community, Haas Freeman, actually compiled a whole list of everyone's suggestions and complaints and sent them in to the developers.
By the way, we'll get to that, but as far as official bookings, Super Sentai Hero, you're wrong. Riverside, California, USA. But we'll get to that. What do you think? I'm pissed. Anyway, no, really, that's it. Those are emails and comments of the week. You can send them at the Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com. We shall return, ladies and gentlemen, with some news. And, hey, why not? We'll talk about the Mae Young Classic. And, of course, the beginning of the G1 Climax 27. We shall return. Do not go far.
And now a word from our sponsors. Southpaw fans, a limited amount of Southpaw stars will be appearing at KFC to get their hands on the new Woo Crispy, Woo Tangy, Woo Honey Mustard Barbecue flavor of Georgia Gold Chicken, Woo, for our Eat with the Wrestlers event. Come down and tell them the Nature Boy sent you.
This is WMOB Mobile, 12 on your channel dial and 12 in the TV ratings.
The recent success of WWE superstar Kevin Owens has led to a wave of support from his fans, while his former boss, Jim Cornette, has been universally derided for his previous comments about Owens' potential as a draw in professional wrestling. But Cornette's miscues don't stop there. Now Time Life is bringing all of the Louisville Sluggers' gaffes and goofs straight to you with a Jim Cornette Gets It Wrong box set. Rejoice as all of Jim Cornette's incorrect predictions about wrestling are gathered into one collection of CDs for your listening pleasure. It's not just Kevin Owens and the Young Bucks. Listen to what he has to say about some of the all-time legends.
Steve Austin's never going to draw a dime by flipping people the bird. The best thing The Undertaker can do for his career right now is to completely retcon his dead man character and become a tobacco-chewing biker. A football league owned and operated by Vince McMahon, those guys are going to get ratings like no one's ever seen.
Everyone knows the real experts in wrestling are the fans, not someone with decades of experience. Besides, experts can never be wrong. Regale in Cornette's hilarious screw-ups.
I've booked all over the country, and if there's one thing I know that hardcore wrestling fans do not want, it's stupid, flippy bullshit. John Cena will go down as one of the most universally beloved wrestlers of all time, provided he never, ever loses. TNA is a viable wrestling organization with a bright future ahead of it.
They're all here, from Triple H to Samoa Joe, from WWE to Ring of Honor, and everything in between. Listen in awe to an industry mainstay who hardcore wrestling fans call out of touch, stuck in the past, and fat. A man whose only crime is calling out a small sample of internet darlings for being unprofessional assholes stuck in an indie wrestling mentality.
You tell one guy to get in shape, all of a sudden you're a pariah.
And if you call right now, you'll get a bonus disc. Jim Cornette Gets It Wrong, U.S. History Edition.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt's the kind of president who's only going to serve one term his entire career.
It can all be yours now for just 3 easy payments of $29.99. To order, call 1-800-492-6279. That's 1-800-IWC-MARKS.
Thank you, fuck you, bye. My CD, that is.
One more time. We're back on the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on the BrokenInfinite.com, Podomatic.com, iTunes, podcasting places, and live on RVT Entertainment on the YouTube. And T-Dub is pissed. Matty Jay and TWK. He went from yes because I played Brian Zane's classic Jim Cornette Gets It Wrong commercial.
No, that was yes for the Southpaw clip.
Oh, the Southpaw clip. Okay. Still. And one more time for the Great Balls of Fire. It's the last time I play it, I swear. At least this year, anyway. Unless we somehow decide the Heath Slater. No, we're not going to do that. And A-Deck, yeah, we know about the Doctor Who thing. Besides, wrestling! Anyway. I think we need to get the elephant out of the room first.
All right, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So, this week there was an altercation at airports. There's a lot of conflicting stories as to what happened, so who the fuck really knows? Some people are saying something, some people are saying other things. The only thing I know for sure is that Paige and Alberto need help.
Yep. They need help, and Global Force Wrestling / Impact / whatever suspended.
Yeah.
Indefinitely.
I know there are a lot of people that wanted Alberto to be fired, but until there's a verdict from a jury, you can't. I don't think they should. Like, not until then.
And they shouldn't. I mean, this is literally a thing that happened. They're looking into it and say, listen, it's probably a misunderstanding. They're suspending him until the investigation's done. Smart thing.
And for people asking for him to be edited out of TV, you can't really edit out the world champion out of television.
You can't really do that, especially when you're trying to involve LAX in the thing. Sorry, you just can't do that.
Right, so it's a huge mess, and I just hope they all sort it out and everyone gets the help they need. But then again, this is the wrestling business where that never happens. Mostly.
Mostly.
So everyone's going to stay insane.
Unless you're in a legal battle with another company, so you can't bring that insanity to another company.
Great segue, Matty. Thank you.
Hashtag fuck that owl. Go for it.
Yeah, apparently, according to Matt Hardy, despite him and Jeff making heavy references on Raw, they're still not much closer to getting the deal done.
This is literally a Finn Balor-esque tease.
It kind of is. It's kind of harkening back to that, I guess.
Yeah.
And I just, just take Impact to court already. Just take him to court. Just do it.
Just take him to court. Take him to court. Get your shit. Get back here. And
I know nobody likes to deal with lawyers. Nobody likes to deal with courtrooms. That's all stuff that you don't want to deal with if you don't have to. But it really feels like it's coming down to that's what the Hardys are going to have to do.
Take Ant to the court, win the case, have Matt go batshit crazy, and then have Vanguard 1 invade Vince's office.
Yes, invade not the office like backstage. Actually, have Vanguard 1 in Connecticut,
in Stamford, goddamn Connecticut, and have your face pop going, Meek Mahan, we need to talk.
Or just have Matt Hardy waiting inside Vince's office one day. Meek Mahan, I knew you'd come.
No. Meek Mahan, you knew I'd win. That's how matter of fact, that's how you announce the lawsuit winning. Right there.
Also, that's how you actually kick off Monday Night Raw.
Yes. Meanwhile, in Stamford, Connecticut, Vanguard 1 in the office. What's going on? There's a note here. It says, look outside. He looks outside. Matt Hardy disheveled with that look. You knew I'd win. Delete.
I just hope they get the gimmick sooner than later because they can only drag this out for so much longer.
They can't. Yeah.
Let's see. As we talked about earlier, Talking Smack is no longer a weekly show coming, and apparently its cancellation came to the shock of Renee Young. She only found out about it because of Twitter.
No.
Yeah.
Really? Really?
You want me to read her exact reaction?
I don't think it's necessary, but fucking hey, WWE.
Let's see. It's right here on her Twitter page, at Renee Young, WWE. Let me scroll down here. Lots of retweets and stuffs. Where is it?
Also, Hairball says...
Here it is. Oh. She's from John Canton. I'm sad that Talking Smack as a weekly show... I'm sad about Talking Smack as a weekly show still posts pay-per-views. Thanks, Renee Young and Daniel Bryan, for a great job as a regular host. She says, that's one way to get news. And then she retweeted herself just tossing President during Christmas episode.
No.
And she says, really disappointed about Talking Smack. We tried to make that show great. Guess I'm back to welcoming my guests at this time.
No. Also, Hairball says Meltzer says otherwise. I mean, everyone's saying otherwise. At this point, it's literally what happens with the build-up. And at this point, we know the next feud is Hardys versus Revival. And at this point, after that beatdown, if that's not a way to get something going, I don't know what is. What we shall see on Monday and in the coming weeks.
Yeah, my biggest the one thing that I really am going to miss about Talking Smack was, as Miz pointed out on Twitter, the freedom that it gave to talents, because You basically have to go
Miz
out
got
there
his Major League heel heat move using the promo on Talking Smack.
Yeah, and I was actually talking to Duke during his stream earlier today, and he noted that, some people like Jinder Mahal, when a whole bunch of people, when they're let loose and they're able just to speak with their own words, they're able to cut these really good promos that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do so when they're super scripted. And so that way people's personalities are actually able to come out and they're able to connect with the audience in a much better way than on regular television. And now we're not going to be able to see that aside from post pay-per-views.
So in a word, or essentially in a button.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
It won't surprise me if this was yet another cost-cutting measure.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, speaking of Monday Night Raw, you know what would get me excited for that program again? The fact that this Monday on Raw,
yeah,
they're going to Dixieland,
Nashville, Tennessee, and with Kurt Angle doing the tease of, this is my secret. Everyone's going, it's Dixie. Let me just tell you, if it's Dixie Carter, let's put it this way, it'd be like Eric Bischoff except lamer.
If it's Dixie Carter, I'm marking out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. If it's Dixie Carter, I will mark the fuck out.
Yeah, part of me is like, wait, what?
Because she's actually quite a decent on-air performer. Like,
She has become a decent on-air performer.
Yeah, but like she's good at getting heat. Also, she's been able to do one thing that Stephanie McMahon has never been able to do.
Take a table bump?
No, she took a table bump earlier this year.
That's true. Well, what did she do?
She was able to get a thank you chant from the fans.
Ow!
I remember on the first episode of Impact on Pop, the first thing you saw was Dixie in the ring and the fans chanting, "Thank you, Dixie."
Good for her.
It was just as weird for me as it was for the rest of you guys, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I guess technically, thank you. I guess.
Oh my God! Airball in the chat. If Dixie shows up on my TV, I'm going full ham.
I don't even want to know what that means.
I don't know either, and I don't care. Oh,
it sounds like something perverted.
It's Sentai Master. And Brother Bull, you'll be a Dunham. .com.
Let's see. On SmackDown, they're going to have a number one contenders match for the SmackDown Women's title at Battleground. It'll be, of course, a 5-way elimination match.
Yeah.
Seems to be part of the course.
Yeah.
Though I expect it to be pretty damn good if they give it enough time. So give it about 10-15 minutes. You'll have gold on your hands.
Yeah. Speaking of gold, you've seen Naomi's glowed up championship belt.
I like it.
Yeah. It fits the gimmick.
As long as they only keep that belt on her.
Please.
And of course, as Super Santiro wanted to bring up, we had the Mae Young Classic taped yesterday and today.
Yeah, what you saw on YouTube was the Parade of Champions, which is essentially just what they did with the Cruiserweight Classic. Here's the full list. You have Shayna Baszler. Watch the damn thing on YouTube. Marty Bell, Kairi Hojo, Kairi Sane, Mercedes Martinez, yay. Nicole Savoy, Tony Storm, Mia Yim, yay. Representing South Korea, but she's from Fontana, California. Candice LeRae from Riverside, California, get it right. Sage Beckett, Princessa Shugehit. I don't know. Bianca Belair, Tessa Blanchard, Serena Deeb, La Chocolate Gasp. Awesome to see her back on WB TV. And with hair. Vanessa Bourne, Tanya Tenera Conti. Oh, I know I fucked that name up. Kavita Devi, Lacey Evans, yay. Rachel Evers, Jazzy Gabert, she's big. Santana Garrett, Reina Gonzalez, Dakota Kai, Abby Lath, Jaya Lee, Sarah Logan, Renee Michelle, Piper Niven, Kaylee Ray, Aisha Raymond, Rhea Ripley, Miranda Salinas, and Zeta. That's the list. And I'm on the app, for those wondering.
It looks to be a really good tournament. I can't wait to actually watch it.
Yeah. And for those wondering, the first 4 episodes will be released on Monday, August 28th. Episodes
Jesus!
5 through the number 5 through 8. September 4th, they're all on demand. The final match will air live from Las Vegas on Tuesday, September 12th, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jesus is the right word.
Like, you're making us wait over a month. The Cruiserweight Classic, I don't think made us wait that long, did they?
No. They had like the first couple episodes they had like the first 4 episodes in the can. They aired them once a week. Yeah.
Yet they're making us wait over a month.
Mm-hmm.
Over a month, Matty.
Yeah.
Jazzy Gabbard, is that alpha female?
Yeah, the one from Germany. Yeah.
Yeah, alpha female. I've seen some good matches from her, and she's a pretty decent MMA fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So cool stuff there. Now moving on over to GFW Impact.
Yep.
On Pop.
Yep.
LAX came out to invite Alberto El Patron into LAX. He said no. Then they said, okay, we kick your ass now. So they kicked his ass.
Pretty much.
And then Lashley came out to save him, setting up our main event. Tag team match, player.
Mm-hmm.
And in the match, Patron and Lashley won. And then LAX beat the shit out of Patron because they're like, no, fuck this. And then for some reason, Lashley just went, fuck this whole thing, I'm out of here. And then Patron just continued to get his ass kicked.
Basically, Lashley went, where's the particular button? Because there's, you know that I have a button for this, right? Basically, Lashley went this.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please.
What is that from?
I don't. You'll have to ask Shades. That's one of his buttons, I think. One of his running gags, I guess.
All right. Also tonight, we had some great comedy with Guerrero and Joseph Park, where because Guerrero's about to be deported, they have to get him married soon. So he's going out asking all the knockouts on dates.
Yeah.
It's absolutely hilarious.
It is.
My favorite one is Laurel. Is actually his favorite one that he did was with Sienna, where he just slowly just rises up from behind her, taps her on the back. She doesn't even turn around. She just gives this really mean look in the mirror, and then he just sort of slides back down.
I saw that. I remember that. I was like, actually, you know the Olive Rangoon, right?
Yeah.
There was a bit where Zeus, one of the characters, Zeus, is at MagFest getting slapped. And there's this scene with Diamanda Hagen. We were talking about that off air
pretty often.
Where, basically he pops up, opens his mouth, and then Hagen just gives the death glare. He turns around, leaves. Before he even says a word, I was like, okay, leave. Pretty much that.
Yeah, then Laurel Van Ness and won a match against Eva Story, who seems to be the jobber of the division.
Yep.
Unfortunately, someone has to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Every division needs their Barry Horowitz.
Yep.
So after the match, Grado and Park came out, and Grado started sweet talking her and started asking her out. And the moment that he did, Al came Congo Kong, and then Al went Park and Grado.
No.
So I guess we have our next feud. Guerrero versus Congo Kong. That should be entertaining. Also has some build-up for Trevor Lee versus Sanjay Dutt for the X Division title, as Trevor Lee seems to have stolen Dutt's X Division belt and parading around as though he were the true champion.
Because he thinks he's like, I'm the champion. And he actually, fuck's sake, he actually wrestled with the belt around his waist.
Yeah, that was fantastic. That's going the extra mile.
Yeah.
And the reason he does this because, no, I'm not taking this belt off because if I do that, someone might steal it. Fucking great stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of great stuff, ACH defeated Andrew Everett. What the fuck?
I know.
That's all. I thought this whole thing was just a tournament for Andrew Everett. But you know what? I'm not complaining because this match was super!
And for those wondering, yes, he did indeed keep
that.
Or at least that part of the gimmick. Uh-oh. What'd I do? Hello. Hold on. Hello. Check. 1, 2. We lost connection for about a second. No, you're back. We're back. We lost a couple of frames.
Matty, I'm just going to tell you right now, if we just lose like a couple frames and then that's it, don't even worry about it.
Now, I know, but you cut off because of that. Skype cut off for a second.
Anyways, yeah, full gimmick. I just hope that if ACH makes it to the Destination X show, he needs to show up dressed as Luffy.
I think that goes without saying.
Like, just please, dressed like to see that on on national television would be just amazing. Also, huge announcement from Gail Kim. She'll be retiring at the end of the year.
Yeah, how about that shit?
So, yeah, not surprised she didn't want to go back to WWE.
Yeah.
She still seems to be a bit sour after the last time she was treated.
Mm-hmm.
Although she does like how Triple H is treating the women, but you notice that she still, in all her interviews, does not bring up Vince McMahon's name once.
None.
Moving on to Lucha Underground. Let's see, in this week we had Jeremiah Crane defeating Taya in a really good match after a distraction from Sexy Star, who, after the match, went up to Taya and just smashed her in the face with brass knucks.
Like you do.
Revenge.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Paul London almost defeated Mil Martes.
Almost being the operative word.
He hit 2 good shooting star presses.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to see those again. The move always looks amazing when it's pulled off, and London does it so amazingly.
He does. And then Mil Muertes remembered he's Mil fucking Muertes.
And then he just murdered London. Like, fuck this, I'm tired of playing around.
Pretty much you just remember, wait a minute, I'm Mil Muertes for fuck's sake. Dead.
Well, you know who the members of the Rabbit Tribe are, right?
Hmm?
The people who play members of the Rabbit Tribe, you know who's under the masks, right?
I think I know one, but not all of them.
One of them is Mr. Cisco.
Yeah.
And the other one is one of the guys who used to play one of Mil Martes' minions.
Yeah.
So kind of interesting how they're able to repackage people like that.
No, it's a moon. It's a mask, you know?
Yeah, it's really cool. Never not amazed by that. And then in the main events, Phoenix defeated Martinez in a pretty damn good match. And then afterwards, Marty said, you know what, fuck this. I'm just going to stab you in the face with a fork.
Yeah, pretty much.
While being a psychopath and yelling, I did it for you! I'm doing this for you!
Spoiler alert, he's batshit crazy.
Yeah, also in the night we had a pretty entertaining backstage segment where Brenda was seducing Tejano while Famous B was sort of watching in the background at a bar. And one of the things that Brenda said was that Tejano is kind of boring, which isn't entirely false. He's not the most exciting character on the show. Of course, they brought up G1 starts Monday.
Yep. And for those wondering, the card for that first night, well, without the multi-man tag, so we're just going to go over the actual tournament matches. It's Yuji Nagata taking on Yoshihashi. Togi Makabe taking on Bad Luck Fale. That's going to be a knockdown drag out. Hiroki Goto versus Tomohiro Ishii. That's going to be something. Tanahashi's taking on Zack Sabre Jr. And Kota Ibushi will take on Tetsuya Naito.
Ibushi versus Naito. That could be a show stealer.
That's why it's the main. That's why it's the 9th match. That's why it's the main event. I think the booker saw that too.
Oh, we got a spammer in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Put you in timeout.
Yeah.
Anyways, also, guess which company now has their own online network?
Woo!
Vanguard Championship Wrestling.
Ooh.
And it's only $5 a month. I might sign up in August.
I'd say do it.
Yeah, they don't have too much up there on their site right now because it's still new, but
yeah,
they have a few Liberty Lottery shows and a few main events. And I assume by the end of the year, they'll have a whole bunch of shows.
That's good.
Yeah, because they have a library spanning all the way till the late 90s, which is more than most promotions.
Hey, by the way, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly in NXT. We brought it up in the email, but yeah.
I'm super excited. I would really love it if they were to give them the tag belts and actually have a babyface team keep the belts for a significant period of time.
Yeah, that'd be great.
The only tag team to have ever done this are Lucha Dragons. That's it.
Yeah. Now, obviously, they can't use Dance Away as their theme, sadly, but Red Dragon in WWE. I am nodding my head in approval. Just saying.
And that is all the news I have this week.
All right, and that's all I got as well, actually. You want to do winners and losers?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, we got some losers. Who do you got?
I think everything involving the whole El Patron page situation, that's a huge mess.
Yeah. I think that's undisputed. Poor El Patron is the loser this week. Just, that's just rough. That is just rough. Also, WWE, I don't care if Candice LeRae is not Canadian. Where are the Canadian? I know Nicole Matthews is an alternate, but don't give a fuck. Main 32, none of them Canadian. Fuck right off. Where's Sarah Stock? No, I get with Taya. She's stuck with Lucha Underground. I mean, just ask Ricochet how that situation turns out. Thanks, fucking Hernandez.
Just takes one person to ruin everything.
Yep, one fucker to fuck up everything. And yeah, I know, trainer retired, but fuck's sake.
Just one match in the tournament. That's it. That's all I ask.
Match. What would it hurt?
Speaking of which, I would have liked to have seen Sarah Del Rey in the tournament as well.
You're not alone in that thought, in that sentiment.
I miss seeing her wrestle so goddamn much. She was so amazing.
Anyway, and that's about it. You want new winners?
Let's do it.
Do it.
Gail Kim for one hell of a career and really doing a great job on influencing women's wrestling.
Yeah.
Because it was Shimmer and TNA that really did the start of the whole women's revolution in the mid-2000s.
Yep.
Also, Great Own Park. Great stuff there. I just love anything these guys are a part of.
Yeah.
And note, Jared, if you really want to get on fans' good sides, you will get the rights to Madonna for Great Own.
Oh my God, yeah. Get the rights to Madonna. Do it. Do it. Do it. No. And we got to do Starsky and Hutch. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. No, seriously, do it. Do it. Do it. Anyway. That's it?
Also, I guess ACH, because it's always great to see one of my favorites on television.
That is very nice. For me, Brock versus Joe. I don't care if it was. It's not the best match we'll ever see, but goddamn, that was a good match still.
It is what I like to call a slobber knocker.
Yes, yes. Well said, sir. And said to Master S. Peanut creepily, "Do it." Castlevania on Netflix. Well, I finally got to watch the 4th episode today on the way to work. Awesome. I wish there was more though. And of course, all the participants.
I just saw a thing that Hairball sent me on Twitter. Sent it to you as well. It was
Hairball, you do realize we're on the air, asshole. You can tell us here.
It was actually retweeting Nia Jax's tweet, where she, Lou Gals, and Carl Anderson went up to a sleeping Mike Rome and shouted "nerd" into his face.
Oh God.
I love it when this is basically what a lot of wrestlers do with their time off.
No, that's
talk
a rib.
around like that.
Now that's a rib right there.
That's what I like to call a harmless rib.
That's a harmless rib.
The guy's just lucky his name is Mike Rome and not Flip Gordon.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, I could totally imagine him with the Young Bucks now. What's your name again? Mike Rome.
Where do you think
you're going?
So many of those things.
Also, F for phenomenal. Fuck off. It's wrestling, asshole. I don't care if it's your birthday. Yeah, you get the feeling the whole thing, the whole situation with. By the way, another winner for me is all the participants who are in the Mae Young Classic, especially Mia Yim. That's going to be awesome.
Yes, she is definitely one of my favorites.
And Mercedes Martinez. I wasn't expecting that. That's nice. Anyway. Hold on.
That is the show.
You get the feeling the whole 4chan thing is leaking into our show now?
No. Also, Sarah Del Rey was thanked by Triple H at Mae Young Classic.
Ooh, very nice.
With roses.
Ooh. Nice. Anyway, here's what's going on of course, for the thing that's going on the rest of the week. Of course, the Helmsman with Tony Helms with the group. What are we doing?
I don't know.
All right.
I assume Cards Against Humanity, but who knows?
All right.
I may or may not be tuned out during that time because tomorrow is the demo for Splatoon 2.
Ah, and you have the device to use that thing.
Yes, they're doing their first Splat test. Their Splatfest thing.
Very nice.
That's how they're testing out the servers. Making sure everything's fine-tuned for final release.
I'm just finally reading what when Mr. Poopyhead was saying. I said, dude, you're not talking about pro wrestling. Why? Wrong show, asshat. Moving on. Sunday, Toka Riffs Live. It'll be myself, Easy, and the Shades. We're doing more of the regular stuff, of course. Kamen Rider X-Aid, Q Ranger, which I've been told the next couple episodes we're going to get are going to be good. Kamen Rider Amazons, and of course, the Dino Charge, or Q Ranger Brave, the Korean adaptation. So far, so okay. Except for that last episode where we're going, what the fuck?
Korean adaptation of what?
Power Rangers Dino Charge.
Oh,
it's called Dino Force Brave. Yeah, it's nuts. That's all I got to say there. On Monday, the Rising Sun podcast, the official anime podcast of RVT Entertainment. This week it happens to be Yami Angie's pick, so it'll be a classic, I'm sure, or so I'm told. So tune in on that. Tuesday, Riff Down TWK and his crew, a merry band of people who like to talk over professional wrestling. On Wednesday, it'll be Warhammer, the Emily Move-In, or Warhammer playthrough. It'll be myself, The Shades, Mike Shell, our newcomer, Biohybrid, and our DM, Mildred the Monk. By the way, stay tuned for the stinger. It comes from that particular show. You will get it when you get it. Believe me, you'll laugh. On Thursday, no region recap, but we do have this week's episode, which we actually riffed. Power Rangers Turbo episode 37, Beware of the Third Wish. Of course, we'll be back on next week. It'll be myself and a guest co-host, since Tito will be off, but we will be previewing WWE Battleground with the main event, a Punjabi prison match. You sure you want to miss this one, Tito? Because that sounds like something you want to preview.
I won't even have the ability to.
Damn. Too bad. That is too bad. But, of course, if you like, and of course, if you do like what we have up for offer, you could also, like this video, share it along with you. Of course, subscribe and hit that little bell so you don't miss another thing that we do. And of course, T-Dub, you're plugging something. You got a review coming up.
Yeah, it'll be live this Sunday. Yep. It'll be my review of WWE SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. Be on the lookout for that.
Ah, very nice. It's gonna be good. But that'll be it, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you very much for tuning in and sticking around with us for your Friday evening. Until then, on behalf of my good buddy TWK.
Until next time, this is TWK of TWK Reviews telling you to work your... Get back!
You gotta get that long pause in somehow now. I'm manager of my professional wrestling sports independent promotion as soon as possible. And this guy is back and officially blocked.
3 strikes and you're ready.
Fuck off. I've been telling you. Yeah. Everyone else, you're cool. With me, fuck off. Anyway.
Sign off, Matty.
Anyway, have a good one. Have a safe one. We will talk to you later. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye. The following encounter occurred during one of our playthroughs on TRPG Game Night, Wednesdays on RVT's official YouTube channel. You know, Whistler comes out, steps out. Gentlemen!
Whoa, Whistler, you're the Whistler? What are you doing in this kit? What are you doing in that coach?
Hey, they pay me to travel with this lady. We're not looking for more trouble than we're after. We're just making sure she's protected. If you want the diamond, we'll give it to you. Tell you for her safe return and everything else. As long as we go through, all we gotta do is a simple shake of the hand. That's all it is. I'll shake your hand. We'll be on our way. No one has to get hurt. And he goes to the leader of the group, whoever that happens to be. Right?
Yep.
He gets up there.
Yep. All right. They managed to bite. He goes, and you see him pause for a second and go. right, all right. Let's shake on. You can split half when we sell the thing off.
In fact, that seems like a compromise. That seems like a well-oiled compromise. Looks at Von Brenner. You know, he nods, goes to shake the hand. We shake hands, right?
Yep. Shake hands. And he immediately goes, I think this is the start of a really good partnership. Having the legendary Whistler on our team. He goes, "Hey boss, he's good. Hey boss, he's good." And he starts to head towards the boss, and then it happens.
He pulls it. I pull him in.
Where do you think you go?
Quiet on the set, please. Silence. Silence.